fighting for us all. Biafra nation you defend, with love and spirit you won't bend. Strength and courage in your heart, from Ghana to Nigeria we all start. Thank you, Simon Ekpa, we adore. With you leading we soar. Simon Ekpa, the good guy, raise our flags, I touch the sky. Biafra love in every beat, with your spirit we can't be beat. You fight with passion very strong, to you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise, your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong, to you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise, your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are guiding light. Together we'll find our way, with your spirit here to stay. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you our future comes alive. Simon Ekpa, the good guy, raise our flags, I touch the sky. Biafra love in every beat, with your spirit we can't be beat. You fight with passion very strong, to you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise, your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong, to you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise, your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong, to you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise, your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are guiding light. Together we'll find our way, with your spirit here to stay. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you our future comes alive. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you our future comes alive.
Na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensu bụ zoo Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dọsa ya Chineke nnadị ngosi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke BRGIE ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko da kiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu. Onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site gosi wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensu bụ zoo Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dọsa ya Chineke nnadị ngosi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke BRGIE ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko da kiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu. Onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining us from. We welcome you to this amazing program. We thank you and we say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect everyone that has joined us today on this program. Wherever you are joining from, we welcome you, we appreciate you, we thank you for being part of this amazing program. If you are joining us from Biafra land, we welcome you. You are joining us from Asia, we welcome you. You are joining us from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand. Whichever part of the world you are joining us, I welcome you and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiam guide and protect every one of you that have joined us on this program. It is another day, and we have come as we have signed up to do what we have to do. We have a responsibility as Biafrans to continue to preach this message of freedom, no matter what the enemies are saying, no matter what the enemies are doing, we will continue. Today is Monday. Monday, that is sit at home. Every one of us know that our sit at home is unstoppable. It does not matter what the enemies are saying. It does not matter their propaganda or their blackmail. Our sit at home will continue until Biafra is restored. Anybody telling you that sit at home is going to stop is a deceiver. Do not pay attention to those criminals. Do not pay attention to those propagandists. Do not pay attention to those idiotic people who come to preach lie and blackmail. Biafra will surely come. And we are going to force them to make it come. We are not begging anybody to allow us to go. We are not crying to anybody, but we are taking action. We are taking action. In the present day, we are taking action. And Biafra must come. No matter what the enemies are doing, no matter what they say, no matter their plans and decisions, they can't stop us. We cannot be stopped. The more they try to stop us, the more we wax strong. Biafra land today, as we speak, is under lock and key. The sit at home is on top gear. They cannot try to stop it. They have tried with propaganda. They tried with blackmail. They tried with false information. They could not succeed. They continue to try and try and try, but they have never succeeded, and they will never ever succeed. The more they try, the more they fail. Every time they make that move to stop us, they fail woefully, and they will continue to fail. It does not matter how they do it, who is sponsoring it. What matters is that Biafra is unstoppable. No matter how they try, they cannot stop it. The more you try to stop it, the more it becomes a reality. As we speak today, Biafran people are fighting on different fronts for the restoration of independence of Biafra. All their lies, all their propaganda, all their blackmail cannot hold water. As we continue, I want everybody to understand and know that tomorrow, being the 1st of October, There is no celebration in Biafran territory. There will be no October 1st celebration in Biafran territory. Maybe you have not heard it. Tomorrow, go about your businesses, go about your work, but do not participate in anything that has to do with independent celebration of the zoo. Tomorrow is another lockdown. The lockdown of tomorrow is for all the Nigerian institutions in Biafran territory. They are going to observe a lockdown tomorrow. If you are working in any ministry of the zoo, you better stay at home. You better stay at home. Tomorrow is going to be another tough day. If you are working for the government, in any government ministries, in your barracks, police stations, local government secretariats, federal government offices, state government offices, stay away. Tomorrow, October 1st. Any gathering tomorrow in celebration of October 1st, whatever you see there, you take. If you are so eager to celebrate your so-called October 1st, go to the south, go to the north or southwest. Go to the north or you go to the southwest. That is the only place you can celebrate those nonsense. Not in Biafran territory. If you bring your celebration to Biafran territory, you are going to face the music. No October 1st. The idiotic people that told you that celebrated independence have no independence. They have no independence. Nobody gave them any independence. Up to this minute, the British are still stealing oil from Nigeria free. The British is taking oil. The oil that belongs from Biafrans, Nigeria signed it off of British and they're taking it off free. And so many other resources. Yet they will come and claim that they are independent. Independent from who? From what? They are very much in captivity. The zoo is in captivity and they have remained in captivity. There is no two ways about it. Wherever you find yourself today as a Biafran, you must pay attention. Do not be deceived and do not be distracted. Do not allow the enemies of Biafra to deceive you. If you allow yourself to be deceived, you have yourself to blame. We, the Biafran people, have made up our mind that we are going to exit the zoo. No matter what they do. Come sun, come rain, Biafra will exit the Zoological Republic. And the exit is very, very close. The exit is very, very close. Tighten your belts and make sure you are watching out for what is happening. We are not Nigerians and we can never be Nigerians. It is time to free ourselves from the colonial enclave. Every colonial grip in Biafra land has to be decimated and destroyed. The evil of the Janjaweed will not continue. The process to exit have started already, and we are going to follow up that process until the last one. Do not allow anybody to tell you otherwise. I will urge every Biafran, wherever you are, to stay strong. Don't allow the propaganda of the enemies to catch you. Whenever they will come with their propaganda, Do not allow them. Because we are in a time that we have to free ourselves from their slavery. Every atom of slavery in Biafra land will be removed. They have done a lot of evil in our land, divided brothers from brothers, created enmity, and they continue to sponsor terrorists against the indigenous people. And we say enough is enough. The time has come for us to defend our land. Our land must be defended. And we must destroy every propaganda of the enemies. We know they will not stop. But as they will not stop, we will not stop either. We are going to chase them bomber to bomber until we overcome them and defeat them. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you and I urge you to please focus on your restoration. Focus on reality of today. Focus on what matters. The only thing that matters to us today is the freedom of Biafran people. Every other thing you see out there, we are not part of it. There is no compromise for the Biafran state. There is no propaganda. There is no bribery. We don't want anything from anybody, nor from any zoo. All we want is our freedom. Allow us to be free so that we can decide our fates, so that we can liberate our land, so that we can build our nation. We cannot continue building other nations. The Biafrans are scattered all over the world, doing exploits. Biafrans are scattered all over the world, developing other nations. But when it comes to our own, nobody listens to us. Our land is decimated and destroyed. And some idiotic people continue to believe that somehow, the zoo Nigeria is going to work for them. It will never work. The zoo is not going to work for you, not today, not tomorrow, not next tomorrow. Any sensible and well-meaning person should know that the zoo cannot work. The best thing you can do for yourself is to exit. And that is why the Biafran people are on exit door. Nobody is going to stop it. During our convention, November, December, the declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra will be made, and the Biafra land will be defended to the highest level. As we speak today, our land is being defended. As we speak today, the terrorists in our land are hearing it hot. And we are going to raise the banner. The banner is going to raise. Anywhere you are in Biafra land, please and please be security conscious. Mind where you go, when you go, and how you go. Very, very important. You must be security cautious. Don't say you are not warned. If you live your life carelessly and something happened to you, you have yourself to blame. You do not blame anybody. When you live your life carelessly and something happens to you, you blame yourself. Don't say you are not warned. We are the gatekeepers. We will continue to shout. We will continue to speak. We will continue to warn you. But it all depends on you to either listen or not. If you refuse to heed to this voice of reason, pray that you wake up just in the hospital, not in heaven. Because there's every tendency that they're going to wake up in heaven. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, Nigeria is not meant for anybody in that contraption, any indigenous person. Nigeria was not established for you, not for you, and will never be for you. If you are indigenous in Nigeria, it is time to take back your land. Take back your land by your own. Don't wait for anybody. Just like the Biafran people have done. We are no longer waiting for any referendum. We have done it ourselves. And today you can see how far we can go. You can see how far we are going. And it will continue. I want to play this message of our Prime Minister. One of the videos he did long time ago. Let us listen to this video and learn a lesson from it.
The reason we are doing what we are doing is it is time for us to fight for our survival. The survival of the indigenous people of Biafra and many indigenous people, indigenous nationalities in Nigeria. For those of you who may have seen the topic of today, Nigeria is not just a threat to the indigenous people in Nigeria, but beyond. And what we have come to prove to you today is how Nigeria has become a global threat. We are going to do everything possible to make sure that Nigeria break up this year. I do not know about other ethnic nationalities, but at least I am speaking for Biafra people. And for that reason, we are going to do everything to make sure that we break away from Nigeria, either in peace or by war. When I say by war, some people are, they are going to be saying, why are you talking about war? Why are you talking about war? But I wanted to tell you something today. When Ojukwu led the defense of Biafra after 1967 war that lasted 3 years and ended in 1970, Ojukwu also said that Biafra can never get freedom without war. This same particular position and understanding also has the German mercenary. The German mercenary in the name of Rolf Steiner. The Rolf Steiner, who was fighting for the far side of Biafra, made a very powerful historic statement when he said he did not see this country getting their freedom without war. And he went further to say that even though Biafra war may end, that Nigeria will go into war again. I want you people to understand that today we are already at war. We are already at war, but some of you are not seeing it. Some of you are not seeing that we are already at war. And most of the painful part of this war is that it is called a silent war, where some foolish and stupid and evil part of Biafra people in Nigeria army are also being used. And that is why we treat you as enemy. I want you all to understand that this year, 2023, they have already declared war on Biafra. So the only thing we are going to do is that we will also make it open. The war will no longer be secret. The war that they have declared on Biafra will no longer be secret. We are going to make the war open, and we are going to drag all these politicians that are actually facilitated this war into this particular war. They are not going to know peace. We will drag them into the killings in Biafra land, from the head to the tail, from the governors to the senators to all the House of Representatives, to the list of anybody representing anybody in Nigeria state. from Biafra land. What we are going to do is not to declare war. The war has already been declared. But what we are trying to do is to make the war public. The secret war that has been going on in Biafra land, we are going to make it public. And when this public war, we are going to make it very public, everybody is going to get part of their own share. We can no longer allow you to fight and declare war and be killing our people in the secret. We are going to make it open. And we are also going to make our defense open. The way we are defending our land and our lives, the lives of our people, we are going to be making it open from now. From now on, you are going to be watching how we defend Biafra land and how we defend ourselves against terrorist state. The terrorist state in the name of this government of Nigeria that sponsor terrorism through the military and police and their secret service. So, even though they hide under the government power to kill our people, our defense will also be we are going to be making them public. It is no longer something that you are going to be seeing in the secret. So it is open. For those who don't understand that we are at war, this war has been going on for as long as I know, since 2021. The war has been going on secretly. We fought the war all through 2021 to 2022. It has been going on secretly, and there have been secret assassination of Biafra people. There have been secret extermination of Biafra people. There have been killing and massacre, genocide against us. The war go through 2022, and now we are in 2023. And let me tell you, they are receiving it from us. We are dealing with them. We are dealing with them in Imo State. We are dealing with them in Anambra State. We are dealing with them in any place they have found joy in killing our people. And we will continue to deal with them. They will not tell you that story. They are not telling you the story, right? All they do is to go and burn innocent houses, innocent people's house and homes and villages and market. If they want to burn people, they should go and confront the revolutionary army of Biafra. We are ready to face them. They shouldn't be burning villages. The villages have not done anything to them. If they want to face us, they know where our armies are. They should go there and engage them. If they want to start fighting, they should go where our armies are and engage them. Burning the villages cannot stop what we are doing. Burning the villages and burning the market, I only call it economic jihad, cannot stop what we are doing, and they cannot stop Biafra from going out of Nigeria and exiting this year. So, but I did not come here to do something else. What I have come here this evening is to educate you on the threat that Nigeria poses to the global, globally, that Nigeria is a global threat. And the earlier it disintegrates this year, the better for the West, the better for America, the better for Asia, the better for any country that has developed. So I'm going to bring analysis on this particular position. And before I do that, I would like to bring the video of the son of Philip Effiong, who made a very historic quote after the war, that if Nigeria do not treat Biafra people very good and respect them, their children will rise up against them. And here we are. I am one of those children of Biafra that have rise up against Nigeria today. And I am not here to fight this freedom for long. This year will be the year we will do everything to drag Nigeria down. So I want all of you to listen as this man, who is the son of Philip Effiong, analyze the situation of Biafra.
This is in-depth analysis.
And it was bound to happen that people would rise up. My father said it. He said, if you don't treat these Biafrans well, their children will rise up. So
he said, his father said it, that if you don't treat these Biafra children very well, their children will rise up. and we have risen up now. Let me play it again.
This is in-depth analysis.
And it was bound to happen that people would rise up. My father said it. He said, if you don't treat these Biafrans well, their children will rise up. So anybody that is acting as if they are surprised.
Are you hearing it? I am bringing this up for those who will be writing to the ICC, for those who will be writing to the United Nations. We are writing too. You are not the only one writing them. You are writing the United Nations. We are writing United Nations too. You are writing to the ICC about Sangonekpa. We are writing to the ICC too. So any place you write, we will write too. So you are not the only one who know how to write. So I want you all to listen to the history that God is using us to fulfill today. And those people that are writing those nonsense, just make sure that you don't enter Biafra the first 5 years of Biafra declaration. Make sure you stay in exile until our anger against you will come down. After 5 years, it may even be more. Don't just dream of coming to Biafra, because the fight we are fighting today has taken the life of many. So if all you do is to sit in one small place in Germany or other places to be writing rubbish, countering Biafra freedom, make sure, because we have all your informations, we have your name, we have your everything, and just make sure you don't enter Biafra the first 5 years to 10 years of Biafra declaration. Don't enter. I am telling you the fact. We may not do like the Mossad. We may not do like Israel, like what they did in the past, hunting those who were sabotaging and who have become terrorists, killing Israelis all over the world. They hunted them in Europe. They hunted them anywhere they are. We are not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But what we are telling you is that as you have made yourself the two against the freedom of Biafra people, just remain where you are. After 5 years, when we have declared Biafra, do not come. I'm just giving you a tip that don't come. Don't come. Remain where you are, because we know you all of you from A to Z. But this is not the time to address that. So I want everybody to listen to this.
This is in-depth analysis.
And it was bound to happen that people would rise up. My father said it. He said, if you don't treat these Biafrans well, their children will rise up. So anybody that is acting as if they are surprised, they're either ignorant or they don't want to face reality. So when the people rise up and begin to agitate, like IPOB and other groups, what you need to do is give them a space. What a true leader does is create space for dialogue. Now, one of the things I praise IPOB and other pro-Biafran groups for, because I know there have been others, is that they have finally brought this story to light. They played a key role, so they must be commended for doing that. Otherwise,
the Biafra story, which his father said that if you do not treat their parent good, their children will rise against you. He acknowledged that finally we have brought the Biafra story to life. I'm going to shock many people today with the exposition we are here to do. So we have just confirmed that this Biafra story, that many people were killed in order to even continue to kill today. Today they have decided that if you talk about Biafra, you are dead. They're going to kill you. They're going to burn your house and everything. And that's exactly what is going on. But what little did they know that not even that can stop us. That can make us very strong. But now that we are going into an open confrontation, which is going to start very soon, I want everybody to listen, because we are going to drag all of them into this. There will never be peace until you allow Biafra people to decide their fate in that region. It is the right. Where your rights stop is where other person's rights start. It's our right to freedom, and that is what we are fighting for. And if you think that you are more in number, you conduct a referendum and let us see how it goes. But I want everyone to listen to this particular analysis.
nobody would care about the tragedy of our history. You know, a lot of people talk about Chimamanda's Half of a Yellow Sun as bringing the story to light. In a sense, yes. But even her book received the attention it did partly because of pro-Biafran groups and struggles. Self-determination is something that we must continue to aspire for. You know, it's not about young people only. It's not about any group of people. It's not about Igbos. It's about self-determination. And if you look at most of us here, we come from lands that provide Nigeria with majority of its wealth. And people have called us minorities. And we're tired of that. By the way, you also have oil on Igbo land, you know, so let's not let's make that fact clear, because it's also being used against the Igbos, the fact that they want to come and take other people's oil.
Did you hear that? He is making it very clear that you also have oil in Igbo soil. So anybody telling you do not listen to the Igbo because they want to take your oil is a complete fallacy. That is the propaganda that the ignorant people are flying all over social media. So, and he is a son to Philip Effiong, and that particular position, he has corrected it today, that Igbos also have oil in their soil. So anybody telling you we are fighting for Biafra because of oil is a propaganda. Do not believe that.
We need to understand that this is long-standing propaganda that goes back many years before many of us were born. This is propaganda that has demonized Igbos and has made us feel that we are somehow under the threat of Igbos. So that propaganda is still ongoing, even though the evidence shows that that's not true. And when I talk to my people, the things I tell them, who's your real enemy? You've been given a state since '67, and you've given the opportunity to control your geographical space and your resources. How have your lives improved? Your lives have only gotten worse. The enemy is not Igbos. The enemies are within you, you're right there in your state. The political and economic elite who are ready to sell you and sell their consciences to make a profit, to make wealth. You should recognize that those are your enemies. Those who would collude with foreign national oil companies to take your wealth away from you, so that your hospitals are in such bad shape. Your roads were horrible until Akpabio came and fixed most of them. Your institutions are deteriorating. You know, you are living in poverty. You can't even enjoy something as basic as electricity supply. So it is for us to redirect, refocus on the real enemy. And it's hard to say, you know, within this space. I understand that time is against us, but we need to refocus and recognize who the real enemy is. And the enemy is not the people that we've lived with in harmony for generations, but those who would work with our enemies to undermine our lives, even though some of those people are right within our families, are from our ethnic groups, are speaking the same languages as we are. Those are real. When we understand that that's the real enemy, I think that will help us to come together and focus on that enemy, and not focus on what propaganda has told us, which is that our neighbors, the Igbos, are our problem. Unfortunately, some of our people are buying into it and are actually turning against Igbos for that reason. If you look at people that were killed during the second coup, Major Ekanem, Major Song, there's another name. There's someone. There was Major Rock. There was I'm trying to remember the name of someone from what is today the present Rivers State, and many others that people don't want to focus on because they want to make it seem as if it was just Igbos. Or what about the governor of the Western region? I'm trying to remember. And if someone remembers his name, let me know. He was with Ironsi when Ironsi was abducted. The name will come back. BRGIE, that's his name. Yeah, Colonel BRGIE. That's a Yoruba man that was killed. So the attacks you can say in many ways they were primarily against Igbos, but they were not against Igbos because Igbos are Igbos. They were against Igbos because what they thought Igbos represented. These are the people that will challenge and prevent our complete domination and ownership of power. That's how they saw the Igbos, as people who wanted to control everything and take over power. And so anyone they felt was playing that role of trying to prevent them from gaining full power, they went after those people. That's why BRGIE was killed. That's why there were attempts on my father's life. And my father had to flee from Kaduna in disguise and go to Lagos and eventually escape from Lagos to the east. Is he an Igbo man? No, my father can hardly make could hardly make a sentence in Igbo. You look at the structure, the leadership of Biafra, the secretary to the government, Enu Akpan and Ibibio Man as well. You look at people who play diplomatic roles like Mr. Kobara. I think he's an Ogoni man. Or think about the person who even came up with the name Biafra, Chief Opigo. Or think about one of the major propagandists in Biafra, Okokondem. Think about one of the greatest respected field commanders, Colonel Achibong. How many of these people are Igbos? You know, so it is ridiculous. And that's how the Eastern government was on several levels. I agree, you know, with people who say, well, you know, the Igbos occupied, you know, many key positions. That's true, but not only the Igbos. You know, there were many others, some of whom I've mentioned, and the people I've mentioned were already in the Eastern government. There's the late Ekogin Ambasi, a lawyer. He was also quite significant in the Eastern region, played a number of diplomatic roles before the war. And in the war, I think he headed the Anang province and was also a militia officer. And a lot of these people were together in that body that came and demanded that it is time for us to break away. We're not wanted in this country. We need reassurance. We need safety. We're not getting it. And so we can't continue to exist in fear. We can't continue to exist in a situation where our lives are constantly destroyed. You know, I was a little boy in Enugu before the war. That's where some of the earliest battles took place. And I remember people marching on the streets and they were singing, you know, we are Biafrans fighting for survival in the name of Jesus. We shall conquer. And I remember those people. Sometimes we'll just march beside them. A lot of them were from a range of backgrounds. You could see traders there. You could see landlords. You could see teachers. So this nonsense about this thing being about the Igbos and the Igbo elite is crap. It's absolute crap. And it's one of those distortions that people use not just to denigrate Biafra, but to divide us.
Wow, that's exactly what we are talking about. Haven't listened to Philip Effiong's son, you know, saying it exactly the way it is. What they used to divide us. And, you know, he's a Biafran. So he's just trying to tell those who claim that in the Igbo, they are looking for Biafra because of oil to understand that we also have oil in Igbo land. And we are not after the oil. We are going to have what we call brain-based economy. Come and fight for your freedom and take your oil. We're not interested in that. Now, this is one of it. Now we are going into the analysis of the day, which is Nigeria, a global threat. Nigeria, a global threat, and why Nigeria must disintegrate this year to enable lasting peace. When Nigeria become a global threat, you know what that means. But before we go into that, I would like to play one audio. This audio is in Finnish. This audio was recorded, is a report from a journalist from Finland in 1968, where it was said that Biafra is going to fight war again. And the prediction of Biafra or Nigeria going into war again is happening this year. The only difference is that this war is not going to be Biafra-Nigeria war. It is going to be the indigenous people in Nigeria versus the Fulani terrorists. And that's exactly what is happening. And it is going to lead to the disintegration of Nigeria for peace to come to the entire Sahel region. And by extension, to the West and to America, that Nigeria is going to sponsor terrorism if you do not disintegrate Nigeria today. I want everybody to listen to the reporter from Finland.
Nigerian liittovaltiosta eronneen Biafran takaisin palauttamiseksi käyty sota on nyt raivunut 14 kuukautta ja Biafran alue on pienentynyt kolmannekseensa. Liittovaltion joukot ovat katkaisseet kaikki maa- ja meriyhteydet ulkomaailmaan ja ainoa tie ulos Biafrasta kulkee lentokentän kautta. Biafran nykyisin 11-miljoonainen kansa taistelee pienellä muutaman 10 000 miehen armeijallaan monta kertaa suurempaa Nigerian liittovaltion armeijaa vastaan, joka armeija kuitenkaan sekään ei ole eurooppalaisen mittapuun mukaan suuri. Sotaa käydään melkein yksinomaan teitä pitkin ja biafralaiset ovat joutuneet perääntymään kuukausi kuukaudelta, kilometri kilometriltä, hitaasti, mutta varmasti. Suurimmat taistelut käydään tällä hetkellä eteläisellä rintamalohkolla ja vastakkain armeijoiden komentajina ovat siellä raakuudestaan kuuluisa kenraali Adekundle Nigerian puolella ja saksalaissyntyinen ammattisotilas kenraali Rudolf Steiner biafralaisten puolella. Rudolf Steiner on 38-vuotias Ranskan muukalaislegioonan entinen kersantti, joka tuli Biafraan viime joulukuussa ja nimitettiin nykyiseen asemaansa elokuussa. Viime torstaina hän kuvasi Abassa sotilaallista tilannetta omalla lohkollaan seuraavaan tapaan.
Wenn wir genauso viel Waffen und Munition hätten wie der Feind, in drei Monaten wäre der Krieg zu Ende.
Aber nun?
Nun, das kommt drauf an. Ich rechne mit Hilfe.
Jos meillä olisi yhtä paljon ammuksia ja aseita kuin vihollisella, loppuisi sota 3 kuukaudessa, sanoo kenraali Steiner. Mutta nyt lasken kaiken avun varaan, vaikka tästä asiasta ei ole esitettävissä mitään kouriin tuntuvaa. Nykyisellä avustusmäärällä, jonka me saamme, ja jos se pysyy ennallaan, sota kestää 1–5 vuoteen. Uskon, että aivan lähiaikoja ajatellen sissisota on ainoa tai paras keino vapauttaa tämä maa eräänä päivänä.
I want you to understand this is the only thing I want you to listen. And this is the only thing I want to interpret. Senator Rolf Stenal said it very clear that he believed that Biafra will be free from Nigeria, but that will not happen without war. He believed also that someday Biafra, Nigeria, is going to go into war again for the second time. And by then, Biafra will be freed. You see, it is important for you to follow history. Follow history so that you will not be misled. The Rolf Stenner said from his experience that there is no way Nigeria will remain as one country. That one day Nigeria will go into war again and Biafra will get freedom. And they're going to get that freedom through war. As I'm talking to you now, the war has started. The war that this Rolf Stenner was predicting, including Ojukwu, was predicting, have already started. You are not seeing it. We will make it public now. From today, we're going to be making this war. Of course, you see the way they are burning, they are burning our places and all that. That is war going on. Apart from the fact that they are killing our young men and all that, war is already going on. But what I want to tell you is that they are also going down. They come to kill in our land. We also defend ourselves. And they are not finding it easy. They are too ashamed to say it. They are too ashamed to make it public. So the secret war has been going on for 2 years. A lot of you don't know what you call insecurity is not insecurity. You know, they present it. They come to tell you this one is a criminal, that one is a criminal. That war is that some kidnappers are there. There is nothing like that. What you see going on is war. And now that we are going to make this war public, you will understand the dimension of things. That what you think is insecurity are not actually insecurity. That are already what we call secret war. So I'm going to play it again for you people to listen. But of course, I'm not playing this for those who don't understand Finnish. I'm playing it for those who understand Finnish. But the only thing I want to interpret here, is when he announced or they reported that Rolf Stenner, the German mercenary, said that Nigeria will go to war again and Biafra will one day get freedom, but it must come through war. I want you to listen to that again for the second time.
Kuukautta ja Biafran alue on pienentynyt kolmannekseensa. Liittovaltion joukot ovat katkaisseet kaikki maa- ja meriyhteydet ulkomaailmaan ja ainoa tie ulos Biafrasta kulkee lentokentän kautta. Biafran nykyisin 11-miljoonainen kansa taistelee pienellä muutaman 10 000 miehen armeijallaan monta kertaa suurempaa Nigerian liittovaltion armeijaa vastaan, joka armeija kuitenkaan sekään ei ole eurooppalaisen mittapuun mukaan suuri. Sotaa käydään melkein yksinomaan teitä pitkin ja biafralaiset ovat joutuneet perääntymään kuukausi kuukaudelta, kilometri kilometriltä hitaasti, mutta varmasti. Suurimmat taistelut käydään tällä hetkellä eteläisellä rintamalohkolla ja vastakkain armeijoiden komentajina ovat siellä raakuudestaan kuuluisa kenraali Adekundle Nigerian puolella ja saksalaissyntyinen ammattisotilas kenraali Rudolf Steiner biafralaisten puolella. Rudolf Steiner on 38-vuotias Ranskan muukalaislegioonan entinen kersantti, joka tuli Biafraan viime joulukuussa ja nimitettiin nykyiseen asemaansa elokuussa. Viime torstaina hän kuvasi Abassa sotilaallista tilannetta omalla lohkollaan seuraavaan tapaan.
Wenn wir genauso viel Waffen und Munition hätten wie der Feind, in drei Monaten wäre der Krieg zu Ende.
Aber nun?
Nun, das kommt drauf an. Ich rechne mit Hilfe.
Jos meillä olisi yhtä paljon ammuksia ja aseita kuin vihollisella, loppuisi sota 3 kuukaudessa, sanoo kenraali Steiner. Mutta nyt lasken kaiken avun varaan, vaikka tästä asiasta ei ole esitettävissä mitään kouriin tuntuvaa. Nykyisellä avustusmäärällä.
And this one is very important as well. Rolf Stenner said that if Biafra had arms and ammunition, that they would defeat Nigeria within 3 months. But because there were no arms and ammunition, the situation suggests that this war may last up to 5 years. You see, there's something they are afraid of today. When you talk, they tell you, where is the weapon? Not that they don't actually want to fight Biafra to free, but they will ask you, where is your weapon? Yet, there are many Biafrans who call themselves Igbo billionaires, always parading themselves on social media, and they are only on celebrity, and they are parading themselves, and they claim they get money. They claim they have money, they claim they are wealthy, yet they don't want to bring the money to fight for the freedom of their people. When you talk, they will tell you, where is the arms and ammunition? And they want to compare themselves with the Israelis. Why the Jewish businessmen in America came together, brought their money. They brought money during the time when Israel went to war for the liberation of Israel. They brought money. They had money. The Jewish people in America. Today, when you talk about the Biafra people, they ask you, where do you have a weapon? Not that they don't know that you actually need to fight to get your freedom, but they will want you to say, where is your weapon? Only when you show them weapon, they are going to support you. Is that not stupidity? But we're not going to look at them. There is something that we are going to do to them when the time comes. But I'm telling you today that you see, we will surprise all of you very soon. When we will come out, you are going to look for us and we will not be reachable. I want everybody to watch this.
Jonka me saamme, ja jos se pysyy ennallaan, sota kestää 1–5 vuoteen. Uskon, että aivan lähiaikoja ajatellen sissisota on ainoa tai paras keino vapauttaa tämä maa eräänä päivänä. Nigerialaisilla on Aban rintamalla noin 30 000 miestä ja meillä on 5 000 miestä, sanoi Steiner. Nigerialaisilla on tykistöä, englantilaisia Saladin-panssareita ja Ferret-panssariautoja. Heillä on kaikkea, mitä tarvitaan nykyaikaisen sodan käymiseen. Meillä on tykistöä, mutta ei granaatteja. Olemme saaneet 5–6 tykkiä sotasaaliksi, muuten olemme käsiaseiden varassa. Vihollinen on nyt rauhallisempi, sen eteneminen pysäytettiin 2 päivää sitten. Ennen sitä pojillemme annettiin määräys pitää asemansa ja annettiin 2 panosta. Ymmärrättehän, miten siinä käy. Minä en ainakaan yrittäisi ottaen huomioon senkin, että toinen näistä on säilytettävä itseä varten, sanoo Steiner.
Pour défendre la position, vous voyez ce que c'est? Alors c'est très difficile, psychologiquement parlant. Je me mettrai pas moi avec 2 cartouches pour tenir un front, vu que je tiendrai la dernière pour moi. C'est problématique.
Muiden lehtimiesten takia Steiner vaihtoi välillä puhumansa kielen ranskaksi. Hän kertoi menevänsä silloin torstai-iltapäivänä Oken rintamalle, joka Steinerin mielestä on tärkeämpi kuin Aban rintama. Aba on poliittinen tavoite. Abassa on vain osoitettava, että vihollinen ei kykene menettelemään mielensä mukaan. Mutta toisella rintamalla on torjuttava vihollisen strategisia päämääriä. Sieltä käsin se voi yrittää eristää Ibomaan itäosan kokonaan. Ja silloin sotilaallinen vastarinta voi kokonaan luhistua. Tässä vaiheessa ei vielä voida siirtyä tavanomaista sodankäynnistä sissisotaan. Sodankäynti on täällä erilaista, sanoo Steiner. Henkilökohtaisesti en epäröisi tappaa nigerialaista, joka on tappamassa siviiliväkeä, mutta kun esimerkiksi haavoittunut vihollissotilas joutuu käsiimme, pidän luonnollisena, että noudatamme kansainvälisiä sopimuksia, vaikka emme olekaan niissä sopimuspuolina. Nigerialaiset ovat sitoutuneet noudattamaan niitä, mutta eivät käytännössä tee niin, väittää Steiner.
Now, I do not need to go more into this particular report from Finland in 1968. I'm going to make this full report, which is about 16 minutes, available to every Biafrans on YouTube. So we are going to stream it live on YouTube, and it's just about 16 minutes. And this is the national broadcasting of Finland called Yle. So it is there, available in their archive. And I want you also to listen to how we start this exposition this evening, how Nigeria is a global threat and why it must end this year for peace to reign. I want every one of you to pay very much attention to what we're about to do.
My fellow Biafrans, I hope you understood the program I just played. This is a lesson, and it is an old program that is being held by our Prime Minister. All I want is you to pay attention and understand where we are coming from. Where our Prime Minister is today in Finland, they are not novice to the issue of Biafra. They know a lot about Biafra. There are certain things they know that we, the Biafran people, do not even know. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must understand that your freedom is in your hand. Only you can free yourself. If you do not free yourself, you are going to face the consequence of your action. There is no excuse to give. Those of you who are hoping for Master Simon Eber to be brought down, I want to remind you that the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa cannot be brought down. He cannot be brought down. It doesn't matter how you try. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa has so many information that some of you do not know. Sometimes you'll be wondering, why is he being supported by the government of Finland? Why is Finnish government allowing him to do what he's doing? The reason is that Mazi Simon Ekpa knows his rights, and the Finland government know much more than he can imagine. And that is why today, the restoration of Biafra is something that nobody can stop. It doesn't matter how you try, you cannot stop it. Let us hear this message.
And we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them. That we design the solution that suits us. And that solution is that everything we do, since they make our country and our land very uncomfortable for us, we will bring our freedom from diaspora. And that's what we're doing today. So the enabling environment that was not created for us in Biafra land, the different countries where we reside have created that environment, and we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them to live like human beings. So we will always outsmart the terrorist state of Nigeria, where every person from the northern Nigeria is always looking forward for the Islamic State and for everybody to become Muslim. We reject it. You can't force us to become what we don't want to become. We are Christians, we are Jewish, and we are traditionalists. And you can't take that away from us. We have a culture, and what British did in the 1914 amalgamation, where they did not take into consideration the dangerous diversity, and they amalgamated us by force with the barrels of the gun. That has been over 100 years. Today, the children of these people you forced into amalgamation have risen up, we're educated, we are scattered all over the world, and above all, we know our right. That is the most important thing. The right you created, the laws you made by yourself, and now today we are taking advantage of this law that is for the best interest of our children, ourselves, and our unborn generation. Biafrans, stand your ground. We have come to end the slavery against our people. We have come to end the marginalization of the Nigeria terrorist state. We have come to end the injustice being meted on our people for ages. We have come to end the killings, injustice that Nigeria has, given to our people for almost over 100 years. And that history is being made today, and all of you are part of it. I am leading the liberation of Biafra without fear. And I will stand in front of the enemy until the end, when the whole world will know that indeed Gandhi has one head. The world will know that Mandela has one head, and Simon Ekpa have one head as well. Just like every one of you. I am here to end the suffering of Biafra people, and it will start from the December 2nd in Lakti, Finland, in a very holy city where I am, where I have been grounded to become what I am today. May God bless you, bless Finland, bless every country that have supported us so far, both secretly, physically, openly, and otherwise. And airborne.
You have heard from our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, and that is where we are. And before we round up on this program,
please try to apply for your Biafra ID card and register for the Finland Convention. Contact us +44 79 28 48 33 32 or +44 74 48 28 26 51 or +44 74 47 92 91 63.
fellow Biafrans that are watching, You have had it all, and I bet you we shall surely overcome. No matter the propaganda, the blackmail, we are going to overcome. I want you to remember that freedom is not in Nigeria. We are bringing freedom from abroad, according to the word of our Prime Minister, and it is the reality. Take it or leave it. That is the truth of today. Hear this.
I will be here to fight because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is the fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. I will be here. Biafra freedom will come from diaspora. I promised them for many years, since 2021, that I will bring the Biafra freedom from diaspora. I want you to look around yourself. Is it not coming from diaspora? They thought they have locked everywhere. If you go to Nigeria, they kill you. If you do, they will challenge you. Come to Nigeria, so we'll take you serious. Come to Nigeria. Because I will not come to Nigeria. If you want to die, go and put yourself on war. I will not come to Nigeria. I will be here to fight for my people, and I will be here and free my people from Nigeria. When Queen Elizabeth was controlling you in Nigeria and doing amalgamation, was she there? Was she there? Queen Elizabeth, the same Lord Lugard, was she there? I will do like her. I will be here and free Biafra, and then I will come to unify Biafra people after Biafra has been recognized. I will be here to fight because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is the fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. Thank you very much.
You have heard it from our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpan. That is the truth. Whether you like or not, that is the truth of today. I want to give you the update of the sit at home, an update coming from our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpan on X. Let us watch this. Let us watch. Let us see the update that is coming today on the sit at home in Biafra land. Biafra land is under lock and key. All the criminals are hiding and they cannot be able to stand what is going on. What you are seeing now is Enugu State. Enugu is under lock and key, totally locked down. That is what you are seeing on X. And you can see the write-up our Prime Minister posted there. He said, the criminal number is no longer talking. This is Enugu today. What you are watching now is Enugu. Complete lockdown. You see how the road is empty and deserted. This is Enugu. The road is empty and deserted. That is Enugu you are looking at. The sit at home is very, very hot, and the Biafrans are following. The exit of Biafra is something that nobody can stop. Your propaganda and your blackmail cannot stop it. This is Enugu you are seeing. You can see how empty the whole place is. You can see how empty it is. It is locked down. And we are going to continue until Biafra is freed. They can never stop us. The update you saw now is Enugu, and we are going to show you more. We are going to show you more updates that are coming. Updates that are coming for you to understand that it is not a joke. This is another update. This is another update of the sit at home today. This is Biafra land, locked down under lock and key. You can see how everywhere is deserted. It is today. This is today's lockdown, Monday. So for people who will tell you that they sit at home is not holding, I have said it. Every journalist that is doubting the sit at home, go to Biafra land and investigate. If you are doubting the more than 50 million Biafran that have voted, go to Biafra land on Monday and see those people who has voted and say they don't want to be part of the zoo. Today is the best time for you to go and investigate and see for yourself. The people that have said they are not part of the zoo, you can see how everywhere is locked down. Businesses and shops are locked down. This is how it is. In so many parts of Biafra land, I'm bringing you Enugu, bringing you Abia State and Anambra State. I'm going to bring another one. This is Abia State. 30th of September. You can see how the whole place is locked down. All the shops are locked down. This is today. Total lockdown. Sit at home is 100 and 200%. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. The Biafrans are ready to go home. All shops is locked down. Tomorrow, our Prime Minister has given you the right to go about your businesses tomorrow. The lockdown tomorrow is for the Nigerian government. 1st October will not be celebrated in Biafra land. You can see how everywhere is locked down. You see how the whole places were shut down. Total shutdown in Biafra land. What you are watching is today. This is today in Biafra land. Total lockdown. Absolute and total lockdown in Biafra land. Everywhere is under lock and key. Businesses are locked down, shut down. For you to know that Biafrans people are ready to go home. It is not false. What we are seeing is the more than 50 million people that have come and gave their vote and said Biafra. This is those people, we are seeing them. For the international communities who are watching, media and the world, who they are deceiving and telling you nothing is happening. Biafra land is under lockdown. People on their own, obeying the instruction without being forced, demanding the unconditional and the December 2nd is coming. And we are definitely Biafra has come. No amount of propaganda and blackmail can stop. What you are seeing is Abia State, about to be precise. A business hub. Look at how the whole shops were shut down completely. It will continue until Mazin Nandekano is released, until Biafra people are free. The Biafran people have sacrificed Monday. Wherever you are, know this and know peace and understand this, that we are not going back. No matter their propaganda, no matter their blackmail, we will never fall for it. The entire Biafra land under lock and key today, 30th 9/2024. That is the update you are seeing. In case you do not know, that is the update. So wherever you are, we must focus on the restoration of Biafra, because that is the only way to go. Biafra is here. No amount of propaganda, no amount of blackmail will stop the coming of Biafra. Support the restoration of Biafra financially. Make your contributions. Join in any way you can and make your contribution to support Biafra. Biafra land must be defended, and it will be defended with finance. You must make your contribution. No matter how little it is, make your contribution, support the restoration of Biafra, because that is the right thing to do. As for those who think we are plenty, as for those who are talking down on Master Simon Ekpa, I have a message for them.
Simon Ekpa is not looking anybody's face. The only person I respect in this struggle is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I gave him my word that I will never disappoint him. Before you pick a fight, ọkpụkpụ mbụ abụrụ ọkpụkpụ na anọ mmadụ n'onu onye ahụ ka dị ndụ. No. Ọkpụkpụ nke mụ ọ nọrọ gị n'onu ogbuo gị pii. No matter what, you can't take it out. Agbago mụ Nigeria n'onu. Gbaa ndị iro Biafra n'onu. Gbaa ndị si na Biafra agaghị abịa in 2023 n'onu. Arụm ha n'onu na-akụ ha wọwọ. Woto woto. Ọkpụkpụ a, you can never swallow it and you can never bring it out. So I want you people to understand that propaganda is ongoing. They even say they are signing petition to arrest Simon Ekpa. I do not know, what kind of petition they are signing to arrest Simon Ekpa for other reasons. These people don't understand that we are actually in freedom fighting. Freedom fighting where we do not validate Nigeria state. We are fighting for our freedom. Nigeria state have committed war crime, genocide, crime against humanity in our land, leading us to take the decisive decision we are taking today. And every necessary measure will be taken to make sure that we save Biafrans from Nigeria. Come 2023.
Like this, you will be infected. If you eat me as a meat, or cancer kileri, you know cancer maybe, or you cancer you finish again, come and eat me as a meat. If you eat me and go to sleep and wake up, you know, you can't eat me.
Thank you so much, Biafrans. A word is enough for the wise. The warning has come for those of you who don't know what they are doing. If you are standing against the Biafran mistakenly, change your ways. If you are doing it intentionally, wait for the repercussion. You are going to face the consequence of your action, and I bet you will never survive it. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, wherever you are watching me from, I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of this program. As we round up on this program, I want you to listen for one last message before we go. Pay attention. Do not be deceived. Listen to this very message. You will learn a lot from it. This is where we stand. This message I'm about to play is the pillar of the struggle today. This message I'm about to play now is very, very important. Like and share it to everybody. Share it to family and friends. Share it to everyone around you. You can cut it out and make sure it reaches every Biafran. This is the face of Biafra today, and there is no going back.
I want every one of you to remember these three words. Nigerians we are no more. Southeasterners and the Southerners, we cannot become. And Biafrans, we must be.
I hope you heard that clearly. That message is very, very clear. And you must understand it. That is where we are. And nothing is going to change that stand. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been part of us. I urge you to stay strong. Remain consistent. Be security conscious at all times. Those who are in Biafra land, be security conscious at all times. Tomorrow, there is no celebration of October 1st in Biafra land. It is a lockdown for all the government institutions in Biafran territory, while our Biafran people will go about their businesses without obstructions. Thank you for listening. May Chukwu Okikabema guide and protect every Biafran. May Chukwu Okikabema guide and protect our Liberation Army. May Chukwu Okikabema guide and protect all our media warriors. May Chukwu Okikabema guide and protect our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okikabema guide and protect our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the Special Grace of Chukwu Okikabema. Thank you and stay safe.
Good guy fighting for us all. Biafra nation you defend. With love and spirit you won't bend. Strength and courage in your heart. From Ghana to Nigeria we all start. Thank you, Simon Ekpa, we adore. With you leading we soar. Simon Ekpa, the good guy. Raise our flags, our touch the sky. Biafra love in every beat. With your spirit we can't be beat. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Your first heart, it beats with pride. Simon Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you our future comes alive. Simon Ekpa, the good guy. Raise our flags, I touch the sky. Biafra love in every beat. With your spirit, we can't be beat. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. Simon